y'all, and welcome to Craters Gaming. Today we're going to be making some roads out of cheap dollar store foam and some rollers. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. To get started, we're going to go ahead and break out these 3D printed rollers. I am going to use a broken piece of a paintbrush so that I don't break it into smithereens while I'm trying to roll it out. I already have my Dollar Tree foam already cut to size, where all I have to do is just roll out the texture that I want. As you can see, it makes a pretty good little imprint. Now I'm going to go ahead and completely cover these in black paint. That way, whenever I go through and do the dry brushing, it'll really bring out the details. And yes, I do end up painting myself as well. The first layer of dry brushing is going to be a little darker brown, and then I'm going to go lighter later. And even if you go a little too heavy, that's fine. We can always cover it up with some turf later. It does not have to be perfect. I do end up going over it with a little lighter khaki color. I did not record that because I figured once was enough. When we apply our wash, all those other details will really pop out anyway. Speaking of wash, we're going to be using the Subterranean wash by Army Painter. Just going to use a little bit and then add some water to make it kind of stretch. I did end up using a little bit of brown ink to kind of mix it up just a little bit. I was wanting the roads to look like they were older and kind of run down. And then you just let it dry. Now I am going to base these in some chipboard. I'm going to cut them about the same length. Careful not to get my fingers. Now I am using hot glue because it does not warp the boards like if I were to use PVA glue. Although I will be using that to put the turf on later. Making sure to go ahead and get both sides, that way it stays down and then it looks a little bit more natural when I put the turf on later. Now we're going to go ahead and use the school glue, and I'm just going to messily put it on here, that way I can go ahead and put the turf on. And if you get it on the road, that's fine because we are going for a weathered look. Starting with a little bit of sand first in case we miss any spots with our grass later. Going back over it with some more glue, we're going to go ahead and put our turf on now. And again, it's the fine turf from Woodland Scenics, although you can use other brands. It's just the brand that I like to use because that's what we have available. Depending on how old you want your road to look would depend on how much turf you'd want to put on this. Since I want this to be kind of an older looking road, I'm going to add a little bit more turf on the road itself. Any gardener will tell you that you cannot keep the grass out of the cracks. But yeah, there you have it. Super quick, super easy roads. Didn't take a whole lot, just a little bit of dry brushing, some glue, some flocking. If you like the video, please subscribe and share the video. It helps out a whole bunch, and I hope to see y'all again next Friday. Bye.